Hi, Gloria, and hello, listeners. Here we are with Healing You with Gloria. And I'm Gail Donahue, Gloria's co-host. And Gloria, what's our topic for today? What would you like to share with our listeners?
Well, what's really alive for me that's just happened recently in my life is there's been some news about a loved one where they're struggling with some health stuff. And I recognized a pattern that came up for me that I hadn't seen in a while. And it really, I gave myself permission just to take time to be with it. And um, and then even then today, getting ready to come and be with you, I recognized how it had an impact on me. So the pattern was just stopping doing what I was going to do because of an emergency and changing my whole schedule and the impact that has. So anyway, this is just going to be real transparent and vulnerable, but it's not really well thought out. And I want to just model that that's okay. That's a big part of the creative process, is to stay really present with what is and to name it. And so in the naming of it, that's what helps me to step back into my heart. And so what came up was really because I felt like my system took such a hit. I felt deflated. I felt sad. I felt worried. And so some really lower frequency energies had been running in me. So then when I got up this morning, even though I got a good night's sleep, I had a lot of dreams where my worries showed up. And so then when I was thinking about getting on this call and making a recording, I started doing this comparison. I'm like, oh, look, Gail's so beautiful. How am I ever going to, show up? I just look terrible. I do not like my hair today. I started just saying all of these things to myself silently, and then I could hear them.
And who hasn't done that? Right? I've done that too. Comparison.
But that's a pattern that's been really imprinted in me since young, because I was, the reasons, I don't need to explain my reasons, but I can share them because I think our viewers might resonate. Being the youngest of four kids, I was always dumb. I was always last. I was always less than. And so there was this imprint that I'm not quite good enough. And also the teaching of how to compare myself to others. Well, when we do that, we're always going to be lacking.
Yeah.
Or we're going to be stepping into pride. Either one's not a place I really want to land.
No, they're one extreme or the other. They're neither are good. And then it's all about making us wrong or making others wrong. And yeah, we don't want to live in that kind of a world when we're creative.
One of the teachings that I love, that I'm learning, and I will continue to learn the rest of my days, is that a good creator, the person that's really able to be a good creator, is okay with making mistakes or not being perfect. If you really want to be perfect, then you need to plan on making a lot of mistakes or allowing yourself to be, I don't want to say it's a mistake, but to recognize the pattern of wanting to have an ideal. I think that's what it is. I had an ideal of what I'm supposed to look like, how I'm supposed to present myself. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm a failure. And so that thinking you're a failure. And to recognize I want to be a model in the world that even when I've had a hard day, having hard days, okay, it's part of life. And I can show up exactly how I am anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah, that's thank you so much for that example, Gloria, and hearing that, your honesty and your transparency with what's happening in your real life. And I want to catch that last little piece that you mentioned about, if you don't meet your ideal, then what was coming to you was, oh, then I'm a failure. Because I think that might be a really interesting topic for us to delve into next time, with looking at separation and who we are as being, separate from what we do.
That's a great topic. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Till next time then.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye now.